Hi guys, today we are going to be starting a new module. This is our third module, and we are going to be working in this module starting off with ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So let's count these straws. Look at the box. About how many straws do you think there might be? And how can we count them efficiently? This word efficiently means accurately, so without making a mistake, and also quickly. We want to be able to quickly count something. So think about that. How can we count them efficiently? If you were thinking that we could split them into piles and skip count, you would be right. So how can we count them? So we're going to put them into piles of what? Think about that. What are you going to group them into piles of? You could have said by fives, by tens, by twos. All of those answers would have been great answers. But tens is the most efficient. Why is tens more efficient to count by than units of 2? So what I'm saying is that if we group our straws into bundles of 10, we'd be able to count them the fastest. Why would it be easier for us to count groups of 10 than 2? Think about that for a minute. You could have said the tens are the biggest, so there are fewer of them to confuse us when we count. It also will go by faster. So if we count something by tens, we can get to our higher numbers a lot faster, and we have less chance to make a mistake. So, for example, if I'm counting 10, 20, 30, I got to 30 pretty quick. If I count by twos, it would take me a lot longer. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. Sorry, I even made a mistake there. So I have more chance to make a mistake, and I was only at 12, and it was taking me much longer to count by twos. So when we have a large number of things, the best way to count is by tens. Are you ready to get going? Let's count 10 straws and wrap them up in a rubber band to make a new unit of 10. You can see that I did that right here. Let's make an even larger unit now, hundreds. It takes 10 tens to make 100. So each of these bundles on the screen has 10 straws in it, so we can count them by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10 tens will make 100. So what is the value of 10 tens? How much do we have when I'm asking what is the value of 10 tens? That's how much is it worth. 10 tens is worth 100. The value of 10 tens is 100. And how many straws are in 1 10? So think about that. How many straws are in a bundle of 1 10? If you said 10 straws, you would be correct. So let's count one more time the number of straws in 10 tens or 100. So like I said before, this is just kind of a reminder. Each of these bundles has 10 tens in it. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. There are 10 tens and 100. So the value of 10 tens is 100. 100 straws. So this is kind of just a review. I've said this a couple times now, but think about it. What is another way to say 10 tens? Oops. 100. Okay, so now let's bundle all those 10 tens together to make 100. So all I did was I took those 10 tens and I squished them all together. So right now this big group here is a group of 100. I took all these tens that I had back here and I just squished them all together to make this big group of 100. So let's think about how many of each unit, ones, tens, and hundreds, you have. The single straws are units of 1. So in this bundle you have 100 ones, you have 10 tens, remember that was the 10 groups of 10, and you just have 100, because when you bundled those all together, you made 100. So we'll read that one more time. 100 ones. Ones are just individual straws, so single straws. There's 100 ones in here. There's 10 bundles of 10, and there's 100. Think about how you made your 10 and your 100. How many hundreds do you think you will need to make 1,000 now? If you want to pause and think about that for a second, you can. I'm going to keep going on though. When we count the numbers, we always go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we get a new unit. So there are 10 hundreds in 1,000 because we always make one bigger group out of 10 smaller groups. So 10 of a smaller unit make one of the next larger unit. That's the big idea here, so think about that for a second. 10 of a smaller unit make one of the next larger unit. If we have 10 ones, it makes 1 10. If we have 10 tens, it makes 100. And if we have 10 hundreds, it will give us 1,000. So I just said this, but think about it now. See if you can answer. How many hundreds are there in 1,000? So how many bundles of 100 do we have to put together to make 1,000? 10. 10 hundreds are in 1,000. So let's count the groups of 100 to make our unit of 1,000. So like I said, in each of these groups there is 100. So let's count them. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hundreds put together to make 1,000. 10 hundreds make 1,000. You can say that a couple times in your head to help you remember. So like we just said, another name for 10 hundreds is 1,000. This is a new unit that we've worked with, that we're going to work with in this module. So it's really important that we understand how to make it. Today we've worked with 4 units. We started by doing ones. That's just a single straw. We moved on to tens. That was a group of 10 straws. Then we put 10 tens together to make a big bundle of 100. And then we can put 10 100s together to make a unit of 1,000. So we worked with 4 different units today. Try and remember that. I'm going to ask a couple quick questions about those units. What is the largest unit? So ones, tens, hundreds, or thousands? 1,000. Here's what all those hundreds grouped together to make 1,000. What is the next largest? So we already said thousands was the largest. What is the next largest? Ones, tens, or hundreds? If you said 100, you would be correct. 100 is the next largest unit after 1,000. What is the next largest unit, ones or tens? A 10 is the next largest unit. And what is the smallest unit we will work with? Just a 1, a single straw. So how many different units did we work with today? 4 units. Thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. Oops. I just told you. So what are the names of the units from smallest to greatest? I just told you from greatest to smallest. So think about what are the units from smallest to greatest. Think about that for a second, and then you can move on. If you said ones are the smallest, then tens, then hundreds, then thousands, you would be correct. Great work today, guys. You're going to get to work on a worksheet now with me or Miss Roberts.